I am in Snowdonia National Park again, and I thought I'm gonna go Wales and finish what I started in January. This time I'm gonna actually take the route that everyone says, because I was afraid the other time that it would be too wet and whatever to actually take that route. So yeah, I'm in Bethesda, parked in a free car park. Gonna sleep until midnight, and then midnight strikes, I'm gonna go there, park in a paid car park, and start the climb up. It's 13 past midnight, and the skies are clear. I have taken a few shots of the car with the night sky, with that mountain in the background, and they look just, I'm thinking if the sky remains like this, and that means I can also attempt some astrophotography.
Ooh, there's an orange peel. Another orange peel.
Walking down the route towards the lake, I stopped for a little break, and only then did I realise that the lake was right beside me. Needless to say, having not checked the map and GPS location for a while and being in the dark, I wasn't aware where I was.
So, I'll drop a tripod down, I'll put a camera on, I'll see what I can get.
I of course then pulled out the camera for some astrophotography and some self-portraits on the dark path.
That's scary. Shh.
I continued my climb up the path. As I went further, I realised this is where it gets progressively harder. I crossed a bridge made of one single slab of slate. Then I went under a few rocks that looked like they were about to slide off any minute and flatten any human in their way. That's a hard one to picture.
Found a pole here, which is nevertheless reassuring. I've never done this mountain in the daytime. This is probably sketchier on the way down, but this pole here was definitely a good sight. I don't know what it marks, but I'm sure it marks something good. So by the looks of it, I got one light left on this. The thing, I'm almost out of the appendix.
And by that I meant out of the Devil's Kitchen, which is the climb. The Devil's Appendix is nearby. I then went on a ramble about how people built that wall and the step all the way up there.
It's way too quiet. This is the sort of quiet you can measure inside a shut off room inside a house, right? I can't be the sun, I'm not that high up. That's the moon. But this whole time it's been full moon. And I've not been on the side with a full moon. I could have used the moon's light, honestly. There's a shot I'm really liking. There's an outline over there that goes up like that, right? And of course the moon. The idea is doing a long exposure, so I can somehow, I don't know, maybe illuminate this. I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out.
The contrast between the light and shade was too great, and at the same time, my idea to shoot essentially a nightscape at 200mm was far-fetched, considering field of focus even at f/22 is only a narrow plane. This came out with the mountains in the back out of focus by a noticeable margin, and the foreground is also out of focus. The rocks are sort of in focus, but at least no shake. The image was also noisy, which I've removed and then added back grain to make the focusing mistakes less obvious.
That's it. Just gonna get to whatever the point is and then make my way to, I don't know, there or something. Can you tell it's the summit? It's really windy.
I summited at last. 4:44 AM was the time I reached a pile of rocks. 3/4 of an hour before dawn and a good hour and a half before sunrise. Still in technical astronomical night. It has been a big accomplishment for me. Now, time to make the most out of it.
So here I am at the summit. That is the summit. But that's very windy. And honestly, yeah, I've been up there. It's very windy. Because of course, every single bit of air has to go over it. There's a whole hour and a bit until sunrise. Dawn should be about half an hour, I think. By the way, if you're curious of what I'm recording at, it's 1/25 of a second, f2.8, ISO 102,400, so it's noisy. But I'm lit naturally by the moon.
I can't really argue with that landscape. I haven't slept since yesterday at midday. Well, actually I woke up at 11. I woke up kind of late. I slept in for the sake of, you know, having a bit more energy at night, because I knew that I might not get that much sleep. I didn't get any. I tried to get an hour and a half worth of sleep in the car, but I just couldn't close an eye. Last time I slept in the car park where I wasn't supposed to, I slept just fine. This time was warmer as well. It's just I couldn't. I don't know if maybe it was the caffeine or not, but about 4 hours worth of hike, which I calculated that pretty correctly, to be fair. Over on that side, there's a whole ass cloud inversion happening. That is really glowing over there. Let me explain some of the photographs I've taken. So from that exact position over there, and from somewhere there, just by those rocks, I've taken some deep shots. Idea is, all of these shots don't really need explained. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you doesn't mean that if you're up here and you can capture absolutely everything, that you should only capture that. You capture it, of course, do it. Idea is, yeah, take the wide shot, but then narrow in, get that perfect composition. You know, I narrowed in at 200. I had to take God knows how many shots, and I don't know if any of them have turned out yet, because I can only zoom in so much and check sharpness and blur or whatever. Because I thought telephoto